Something is shifting right now, not around you, inside you, because the overthinking, it's been loud lately. It's been pulling you in 10 different directions, making you question what you once felt so clearly. And yet, deep down, there's still that quiet knowing you cannot shake, that connection, that pull, that sense that this person is not random. Listen carefully. This message is not here by accident. If this is reaching you at this exact moment, it's because your spirit is ready to hear what your mind has been fighting. So before we go any further, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Drop one word in the comments: aligned. Not just as a word, as a declaration, as a signal that you are choosing to come back into agreement with what God is doing, even if you don't fully understand it yet. And as you do that, make sure you're subscribed, because what God is revealing to you is not a one-time message. It's a process, a journey, and you need consistent confirmation to stay grounded in it. Now hear this. Overthinking is not always doubt. Sometimes it's fear trying to take control of what faith already recognized. You felt something real, you saw something deeper, and now your mind is trying to dissect what your spirit already understood. The Bible says in Proverbs 3:5, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." That means there will be moments where your logic cannot carry what your spirit knows. And this is one of those moments. Because if this connection was only physical, it would have faded. If it was only emotional, it would have broken under pressure. But it didn't. It stretched, it bent, it went quiet, but it didn't disappear. And that's what confuses you, because you expected clarity, but instead you got distance. You expected movement, but instead you got silence. And now your thoughts are filling in the gaps with fear. What if I was wrong? What if I imagined it? What if they've moved on? But here's the truth most won't tell you. When something is truly orchestrated by God, it will not always move in a straight line. Sometimes it pauses, sometimes it separates, sometimes it looks like it's falling apart. But behind the scenes, it's being aligned in ways you cannot see yet. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." Not your time, not your expectation, His time. And that's where the struggle is, because overthinking is what happens when you try to control timing that was never yours to control. You start analyzing every conversation, every silence, every delay, trying to find answers that only time and God can reveal. But the more you do that, the more drained you feel, the more confused you become, the more distant you feel from peace. And that's your sign. That's how you know it's overthinking and not discernment. Because discernment brings clarity. Overthinking brings chaos. Discernment is calm. Overthinking is loud. So let me bring you back to center. This person, the one on your heart, they were not placed there lightly. God is not careless with connections. He does not create deep spiritual bonds just to confuse you. If it touched your spirit, there is a reason. If it changed you, there is a purpose. If it stayed on your heart, even when you tried to move on, there is something unfinished. But unfinished does not mean immediate, and that's what you must understand. Delay is not denial. Silence is not rejection. Distance is not the end. Sometimes God removes access to build alignment. Sometimes He allows separation to prepare both hearts, because what He is building is not just a relationship, it's something that must carry purpose, stability, and timing. And if it comes together too early, it won't last. That's why you've been in this space, this waiting, this questioning, this internal tension between letting go and holding on. Because part of you knows and part of you is tired. But hear this clearly. You are not crazy for feeling what you feel. You are not weak for still caring. And you are not wrong for sensing that this is not over. You're just being asked to trust at a deeper level, a level where you stop trying to figure everything out and start allowing God to reveal it step by step. So take a breath, come out of your head, and come back into your spirit, because clarity is not found in overthinking, it's found in alignment. And that's where we're going next. Chapter 2. There is a reason you could not fully walk away. You tried. You told yourself it was over. You tried to replace the feeling, distract your mind, convince your heart. But something kept pulling you back to the same quiet truth. This is not finished. And that does not mean you are stuck. It means something deeper is still unfolding. Because when God is involved, closure does not come from emotion, it comes from completion. And what you have been feeling is not confusion, it is interruption. An interruption to your attempt to move on before the timing is right. Isaiah 55:8 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." So what feels delayed to you may actually be protection. What feels like distance may actually be preparation, because both of you are being worked on in ways you cannot fully see yet. You are being refined, your patience is being stretched, your emotional strength is being built, your discernment is being sharpened. And they are going through their own process too, learning, healing, unlearning patterns that would have damaged what you are both meant to build. That is why every time you try to force clarity, it slips away. Because this is not something you can rush. This is something you must grow into. Now listen closely. This is where many people get it wrong. They think waiting means doing nothing. No. Waiting with God is active. It is alignment. It is growth. It is becoming the version of yourself that can handle what you have been praying for. Because if this person is truly meant for you, then the version of you that meets them must be ready, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. That is why Romans 8:25 says, "But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently," not passively, patiently. There is strength in that. There is maturity in that, and there is peace in that. Because when you stop chasing answers, you start receiving clarity. When you stop forcing outcomes, you start recognizing alignment. And suddenly, the anxiety begins to fade, not because you have all the answers, but because you trust the one who does. And right now, that is your assignment. Not to figure everything out, but to stay aligned, to stay grounded, to stay open. Because what is meant for you will not require confusion to come together. It will not require you to lose yourself to hold on to it. And when the time is right, things will move with a clarity you have not experienced before. Doors will open without force. Conversations will happen without pressure. Decisions will feel natural, not stressful. That is how you will know, not through overthinking, but through peace. Colossians 3:15 says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts." Not fear, not anxiety, peace. So if your mind is racing, come back to that. If your thoughts are spiraling, return to that, because peace is your confirmation. Now, before we close, I want you to do something intentional. If this message spoke to you, type one word in the comments: peace. Let that be your agreement with what God is doing in your life right now. Let it mark this moment. Let it anchor you when your thoughts try to pull you back into confusion. And if you're still here listening, that means this message reached you for a reason. So stay connected. Subscribe to this channel, because these messages are not random. They're a part of your journey, and there is more clarity ahead for you. Also, I want you to go deeper after this. There is a playlist waiting for you in the description. It is filled with messages that will guide you, strengthen you, and confirm what God is doing in your love life. Stay in that flow. Do not disconnect now. And if you know someone who is struggling with the same thoughts, share this with them. You never know who needs this exact confirmation. Finally, hold this truth close. What is meant for you will not pass you. What God has written will stand, and what He is building in your life will come together at the right time. Not forced, not rushed, but right. So stay grounded, stay patient, and stay aligned. Your clarity is closer than you think. Now type peace in the comments, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Your next chapter is already in motion.